Hello everyone and welcome to LGBT Party, the place where I talk about LGBT plus issues and things that are just on my mind as a member of said community. If you don't know me yet, my name is Max and I represent the G, T, and A, which, as we all know, stands for Grand Theft Auto. But today I want to talk about a different acronym. Specifically, I want to talk about the term FTM and the issues that I have with it. Okay, so when I first came out as trans, I used to refer to myself as FTM, which means female to male, and it's a pretty widely recognized title for trans men. I mostly started using it because I saw other trans guys using it, and I wanted to be recognized as a member of that community. But I didn't really know that there were other ways to describe myself at the time, so it was kind of like, well, this is what's most commonly used, so this is what I will use too. But it wasn't too long after that I started realizing that it has some negative implications, and kind of diving a little bit deeper into that, I started realizing like, hey, this isn't really how I want to present myself to other people. So let's break that down real quick. In my opinion, female to male implies that I was once a woman that changed into a man. Like somewhere along the lines, I became a man, but I wasn't one to begin with. And to me, nothing could be further from the truth. I am a man, plain and simple. I've always been a man, I just didn't always know. I was assigned female at birth, and although I felt different somehow, I didn't know why until I learned what it meant to be transgender, until I had a term that actually fit me, that described me, that was like, hey, that's me. That's who I've been all along. And I feel like we have to abolish the idea that trans people are men who used to be women, or women that used to be men. Just like we have to abolish the idea that you can't be trans without going through a medical transition, or that people who go through medical transitions are doing it so they can be the gender they want to be. Because your gender isn't changing whether you go through a medical transition or not. Transitioning is just a way of making your body match the way you feel inside. And I just feel like the labels FTM or MTF are just perpetuating this idea that all trans people are is one thing turning into another, when it's actually not that simple. It's you discovering who you are, it's you being who you are, who you've always been, and just, doing the things that make you happier. So yeah, that's why I don't use the term FTM to describe myself anymore. If I'm gonna say anything about my identity, I call myself a trans guy, or just, hey, I'm a guy, I'm a dude. But of course, that's just my personal opinion, that's my personal viewpoint. Of course, there are people who have their own reasons for liking the term FTM, or that use it to describe themselves, and that's fine. Not all trans people think the same way, or describe themselves the same way, or want the same things. This is just my personal experience. So even if you don't agree with me, I hope you at least enjoyed taking a peek into my brain box. And until next time, keep sipping that tea, my dudes. Stay gay.